Hello, people. I want to start with this Gammaherpesvirus infection of human neuronal cells. The importance to date: no in vitro study has demonstrated gamma herpes infection of neuronal cells. Moreover, worldwide clinical findings have linked Epstein-Barr virus to neuronal pathologies, including multiple sclerosis, primary central nervous system, lymphoma, and Alzheimer's disease. In this study, for the first time, we've successfully demonstrated in vitro infection of cells as well as human primary neurons. We've also determined that the infection is predominantly LYTIC. Additionally, we also report infection of neuronal cells in vitro similar to that of Epstein-Barr virus. These findings may help open new avenues of consideration related to neuronal pathologies and infection with these viruses. Furthermore, their contribution to chronic infection linked to neuronal disease will provide new clues to potential new therapies. Okay, there's no such thing as viruses. They are LYTIC, bacterial-associated stress-induced morphological forms of infinite antigen variations in less than 2 seconds under antibiotic stress. Let's see if we can watch this video. Sorry, my computer's going especially slow, but here you can see them. And there you go. Okay. Stealth is host gene dependent infinite antigen variation. They create profits to kill people, adding to it, not saving anything. Let's see where that goes. There we go. Amyloid proteinopathy in bacteria builds oligomeric pores. How can we destroy these viruses? Life-sustaining treatment, IV vitamin C for treatment of chronic sepsis first. It can't possibly stop real AIDS, but it can give you time to work. Stealth. The U.S. Army called it a bioweapon in 1965. Therefore, they knew Henrietta Lacks, immortal HeLa cells, the turd in the punch bowl used for all vaccines for decades. She had syphilis, and they knew spirochetal prion proteins could not be killed, as testified before Congress. Uncontrolling misfolding of proteins leading to the formation of amyloid deposits is associated with more than 40 types of diseases, such as neurodegenerative diseases, type 2 diabetes. This is the LymeNet Europe. Awesome links in here. There's just so much to read. I will put that link below. Doxy doesn't kill it, it just insists. Epstein borreliosis, extra activated AIDS induced with any immune response, changes in temp like swindle flu, pH, stress-induced hormones like cortisol and serotonin-induced dopamine, injuries like surgery and transplants. They give immune-suppressing drugs to not activate it. Electromechanically and blast. They prefer the term post-sepsis. Massive chromosome shattering called Ebola lies from garbage on the mitochondria. Real AIDS was always hemorrhagic. It's the amyloid cores in human prion-like proteins. It's working great. Since 1930, more people are dying before 50 than ever. You pay into Social Security and never get to spend it. You people aren't sick. You don't make enough antibodies to say sick. They give your billions to mass murderers. Here again, she talks EBV, Epstein-Barr virus infection is prevalent in the adenoid and palatine tonsils. Interesting, considering they're sticking that Q-tip way in the back of your nose to check for the CV. Let's see. Vaccine safe and effective, knowing they couldn't kill spirochetal prion seed, even with the highest dose of gamma radiation. They only treat with mercury and other heavy metals to inhibit. They put metals in the vaccines to inhibit the stealth from growing in the vial, nothing more. Some people use mercury to treat spirochetal disease as well as colloidal silver because they attach to its fungal slime, but it cannot kill all of it. Why do they want the stealth growth inhibited in the vial? Because they can't sell fungal infected vials, or we would all look like we had our steroid vial lawsuits. That sickens immediately. Chronically infected cells are glued to toxins and heavy metals. They didn't GMO your grains to save you or use chemo on them to save them. Here we are. We're talking about the spiroplasma. Tiny filterable wall-less bacteria are consistently associated with the transmissible spongiform encephalopathies. Spiral forms have been transiently isolated from TSE-affected brain tissues. And there you go, spiroplasm. Imagine over the 90% of the world's largest incarcerated citizens infected with real AIDS. Schizophrenia is associated with an aberrant immune response. To Epstein-Barr virus. Epstein-Barr, which we are all infected with. We're all infected with multiple herpes viruses. Morphological investigation of neurofibrillary tangles in Alzheimer's. There are two types of neurofibrillary tangles, namely a twisted tubule and a straight or uniform tubule in the same cell in the brain with Alzheimer's disease. However, some parts of the same fibril, both the twisted and the straight tubules, clearly could be seen as continuation of each other. This finding suggests that both of the tubules have a deep relation to each other, especially the molecular level. This might also suggest the possibility of both tubules which mutually transform into each other. Yes. So, just trying to explain to you that they know that they have literally infected everything. I will put these links down below